This is a story about how things are different but all the same in value, and why we shouldn't judge one group of people for being different than another, because we all have the same origin. It's called the Metuu, but you can also call it the nature of the Arasan Leein. Once, when the world was young, and after the creation of man, Jiva sat cleaning a mirror in the Safba of the gods. She saw herself in it, and what it showed was the world in its entirety, in its perfection, and she smiled to see it. Soon she left the Safba and the mirror behind, but Leein, man, was ever curious about the mysteries of the world, snuck into the Safba of the gods. There he found the mirror and took it up and beheld himself and the world and the perfection of it. And the understanding that man gained was so startling that he dropped the mirror and shattered it. The pieces were as many as the pieces of sand in all the beaches of the world. When the gods returned home, they found man weeping in the Safba, trying to restore the mirror. But he could not ever hope to, for nothing is ever perfectly recreated, even by the gods. Man's mind was like that mirror. Where it had been one in whole, it was broken into many pieces, as many as blades of grass in the world. Each one held a knowledge which was not too much for it. Which was not too much to carry, even though the sum of the knowing had been too heavy for one mind. At first the gods lamented this. They liked man, who was so clueless and good at mimicking and learning. But as they waited for a long time watching him, the gods saw that man was not harmed by this, only made different, made many. And they saw that each of the pieces was less than the whole, but together the pieces were more than the whole. And they saw that this was a beautiful thing, a growth. So they gathered all of the creatures they had made, and they shattered these too. And so they would in time grow stronger in understanding than they were capable of before. The gods broke them into as many pieces as there are stars, each alike, but different. No one was the same as its twin. And when they woke them up, in their thousandfold gaze, the created ones lived, and in their lives they discovered the truths given to them, and they grew strong under the knowledge given to each of them for the benefit of them all. And in this way we are many, but one, and the same yet different. The mirror is not broken. Its pieces are no longer one piece, but the image in each one of them is whole. And when all of them are reckoned together, it is greater than the whole. This is the blessing of the gods given to us, and the curse of curiosity, and we alone remember that we carry it. I think about this sometimes when I'm sitting out here in the yard. This place where I live has a red clay kind of dirt, but there's a lot of this mineral called mica. I don't know if you can see. Mica has a lot of small pieces like mirrors in it. And I think about it a lot. How each one of them is different, but originally came from the same rock. Who's going to say that one piece of mica is better than another? It's just a good reminder.